WNBA star gets humbled by a high school kid at her own camp. Why is everybody so anxious to like show up people? Like you want, when people are stars, like Michael Jordan, for instance, if you go to his camp, like your whole MO is to make him look bad, I'd be trying to like learn from him. I don't know. That's just me. Maybe I want to learn so I can figure out how to get great, not try to think I'm better than him. So why is this high school kid trying to show up a WNBA star at her own camp? We'll see. I don't know. I'm Krizz Kaliko, the only multi-gold and platinum rapper, singer, songwriter, producer, reacting to videos on YouTube. We got funny people and hot topics. This is Krizz Kaliko Reacts. Come on. I am the king of the world. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you guys have not already. And let's see what WNBA star they're talking about, man. Let's go.
The women coming in, what, not this year, but next year.
Yeah.
The ones coming this year will still be on the rookie contract again.
Mm-hmm.
The ones the year after, they're gonna get more. They probably gonna be making more than us.
Well, they are.
I'm hurt.
They are. Like, yeah. I've been in the meetings. They are.
I need to get in the meetings.
You need to come to the meetings.
I gotta get in the meetings because I'm hearing like, yeah, they don't give us. If y'all don't give us what we want, like, we sitting out.
That's a possibility, for real.
Yeah. The reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
No, not again! Angel Reese, part 30, let's get it! Open.
But why do you feel, I wonder why they feel like they have to say that. By the way, let me see where we got this
Free ball, Angel.
Hold on. Let me see where we got this from. This is the Poor Man's Podcast. Okay. I know we had been getting a few things from the Poor Man's Podcast, so I want to make sure that I give some love to the guys that we're reacting to them reacting to stuff. So we actually all out here scratching each other's back on YouTube. Other thing is, I always thought that it was because that the WNBA got popular because of Angel Reese and because of dang, why did I forget her name that quick? Gosh, she's the bigger reason. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like Angel Reese felt like she really had to prove that, and maybe she wasn't getting as much shine. Some people would say it's a racial thing. I'm gonna be honest. Caitlin Clark was just bashing. She's from what I seen, she scored more points. She was a bigger star, but I'm so glad that Angel Reese is also getting her shine. I'm glad both of them are getting shine. I was really happy that they were shedding more light on the WNBA, on women's sports. My wife played college ball. She played in the NCAA. She was an NCAA coach. So I always been into, we used to go out to get chicken wings and watch women's basketball. So I was just happy to see the shine. I just wanted to stay positive. That's all. Let's keep going.
Pay! Make
what?
Pay! Bang! Angel, let me see that one shot where you turn around, we'll shoot with your eyes closed and get it blocked. Yeah, that one right there. Bang! Y'all ready for some bag work? This is the type of thing
I'm not here for the bashing, though. I didn't want her to get bashed, though. So come on.
On the 2K animation, Angel Reese, step back, long two. Bang! How about that runner off the glass with the right hand that doesn't have any touch or finesse? Yeah, that one right there. Bang! Oh, you said you want an encore? Run it back one more time. Bang! It's not cool to slander Angel Reese, man. Gravity works overtime on her. She would trip over a blade of grass with that negative vertical. Time for my favorite shot in basketball. You already know what it is. She's unconscious. Long two. Bang! Bang! I'll give credit where credit is due. This is one of Angel's more efficient games where she shot 4 of 12 from the field. She just had this one silly turnover right there. And don't forget, she is a rebounding machine. Bang!
Cutting the lead down to 7.
So, okay, let's keep it real. I've never watched her play. Everybody's going to have highlights and lowlights. I'm not here for the bashing of Angel Reese. I ain't here for it. But I wouldn't be here for the bashing of Caitlin Clark either. I'm not here for it. I'm here for the upliftment of these women. And they're going to have highlights and lowlights. Now, I will say, and I'm going to keep it real. Y'all can get mad at me if you want. I haven't seen a lot of lowlights from Caitlin Clark. I hadn't seen a lot of them. I've seen mostly highlights from her. And I haven't ever watched a game with her in it either. What I'm going to have to do is go back to make a fair assessment of these women. I'm gonna have to go back and look at these games to see who was playing like what. But I did hear a lot of times that they were saying Angel Reese was missing a lot of shots. I think she was in there for the rebounds, which is okay too, because there's always been the Dennis Rodmans of the world. So that's okay too.
Whoa. Keeper, come on. Come on now. Hey, easy.
Hold on, what happened? Let me run that back. What happened?
He's a rebounding machine.
Hold on, let me see.
Cutting the lead down to 7. Whoa. Keeper, come on. Come on
She
now.
did that.
Hey, easy.
So his feet wasn't planted, but that was a charge though.
Foul on keeper Alas.
Biggest lead now. Serena loses it to Kiefer. Kiefer all the way.
In the first clip, you can see the high schooler playing really good defense, but she
Yeah.
was pushing her forearm into his chest, and then she got upset at him. The WNBA had their biggest year in terms of viewership last year, and they lost a whopping $40 million. But if you ask the face of the WNBA, Angel Reese, she'll say that they're not getting paid what they deserve.
Well, because the money's not going to always come to them. Whether it's winning or losing, the money is not always coming to the players. Let's be honest, man. When people establish a company, they stand to win. They're supposed to. The powers that be stand to win because they're the owners of the company. You know what I mean? So that's just the way it is. Once we understand it, you understand. Get your money, do something else with it, investments or whatever, and go on about your business, man. That's what we had to do. I had to learn the same thing. Oh,
Flash, if you was getting paid what y'all deserve,
sorry, guys. Let me run that back just a little bit. Sorry.
last year, and they lost a whopping $40 million. But if you ask the face of the WNBA, Angel Reese, she'll say that they're not getting paid what they deserve. Newsflash, if you was getting paid what y'all deserved, you would have to pay to be in the league because you're losing money. The entitlement
That's
of the
true.
WNBA is outrageous.
Hey,
Hello.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, honey. What's your name?
My name is actually Honey.
Is it?
Yeah. What are you getting dressed for?
Nothing. Just to sit here and talk to my TikTok boyfriends.
How many boyfriends do you have?
None. Do you want to be the first one?
I'm taken personally. Can you?
Is that a guy? That's a guy, right? That's a guy. Well, so here, look, I don't have a problem with trans people or nothing like that at all. But hitting on guys that are not interested, I think kind of leans into a little bit of scary territory.
Up.
No, I can't. Yes, I'm a trans woman. No, I don't have an Adam's apple. And tell your chat to be a little less ignorant. It's 2024. It's time to spread a little bit more love and a little less hate. You're
It
not
is
going
time
to
to
have
spread
much
love.
success here, babe, if you're just like
Love speech.
being rude
We
to
love
people.
everybody.
Honey, I have almost 1 million followers. Go buy some and I'll talk to you later.
Wow. I don't think he wasn't bashing. He wasn't bashing her. I have a problem saying her, but her. I'm gonna say her because that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to be courteous, and fair, and show love. That's what I want to do. But he wasn't saying nothing. He didn't say nothing wrong.
Pronouns are they, them, or at least that's what I share with people most often. But for this particular meeting, I will come out fully as saying that my pronouns are she, they, him.
Now that's confusing. Come on, y'all. Y'all have to admit, she, they, and him. That's confusing. This is confusing. I want to be able to be polite. I want to be courteous. But she, they, and him, you're saying I don't understand. I don't understand what to do, and I want to be polite and I want to be loving for real.
We're truly living in the age of the absurd. What can one say?
Let's go kindergarten level on this. Are there only two genders? Yes or no?
No.
How many genders are there?
Depends on who you ask.
I'm asking you.
So it's a social construct. I only believe in. It's not even
Wait,
what
so
do
it's a
I
social
believe
construct?
in.
Gender is a social construct, correct? It
Yes.
is something that has been
Absolutely.
socially constructed by us.
Yeah.
And gender
Yeah.
would be whether you are a man, at least in typical Western society, it would be whether you're a man or a woman. So man and women, as gender categories, would be social constructs, things that were socially constructed through human society.
I mean, somebody didn't make up those words. They didn't make up the fact that there was two different sexes. Where do we? Hold on, man. Hold on. High school kid, WNBA star gets humbled by a high school kid at her own camp. That was 2 seconds of this. Poor man's podcast. What happened? How did we get into the gender conversation? I just thought about it. I'm like, wait a minute, hold the phone. How did this happen, man? I guess okay. We're here now, so let's finish talking about it.
Not male and female.
Not
But
talking about
yes,
male and female.
man
So
and woman.
gender,
Sure. Yeah.
man and women are social constructions. Why can trans men and women, so trans men and trans women, not fit into categories that have been socially constructed?
In those, yeah, those are real cases, yeah.
So then we both agree that trans men and trans women would be men and women and fit into the social constructions we've created about men and women,
Yes.
when we are not talking here about male and we're not talking about female. We're strictly talking about man and women, two socially constructed categories.
Okay. Yeah, I totally see where you're coming from. But where I think it matters most is not necessarily how we define it, because people might define these social constructs differently. And I'm having this conversation with you, but someone else will hop on and say, no, there's only two genders, and they're even stricter, they're less.
And I'll walk them down the same pathway that we walked to come to the agreement that trans men and women are men and women. Now we can move on if you want to talk about the next part of it. But we have agreed that per our social understanding,
even if they choose which one they're going to be, it would fall within. He said social construct, like that was, it is made up, but it's not. It's made up and it exists in our society. You know what I'm saying? So we would have to admit that even if they're trans men or women, they're still men or women, so they fit inside. Yeah. He's like, I see where you're coming from. I would have had a problem seeing where he was coming from if he did not agree.
Women are in fact men and women.
That's fine. Yeah, because they identify as men or women. I agree with that fully.
Okay. He said he agreed. He said he agreed. So then, hold on. Let him finish what he was going to say here. Poor Man's Podcast before we wrap up. Hold on.
Even one step further by saying if gender is just a social construct and it's just something that we all kind of came up with in society, then why do you need hormones in order to validate your gender?
It is not a criminal.
Okay. That's part one. We're going to do a part two of this as well. That's part one, man, of Poor Man's Podcast. He be having some stuff on here, man. Now I need to go on there with you and talk to you. We need to have a conversation. I'd love to have a conversation. I love his takes on things. I love his reactions, and a very, very smart guy. We're going to do a part two of this. And I already told you what I think about that last part. About the first part, which is what the video was originally about, I thought, was the girl, the young lady from WNBA getting shown up by the camp. I feel like she was pushing him. I told you, my wife has been a basketball player forever, coached in the NCAA, played in the NCAA. I'm a fan of women basketball players. So this has nothing to do with sex. It has something to do with the individual person. She was bumping dude. I think she drew first blood, and dude had to get her back. He had to get his lick back. Y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about this, and I'll holler at y'all the next one. Cali, baby. See you. Bye.